Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to create this eye look right here using, you guessed it, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. Okay, before we jump into the tutorial, can we just take a second to appreciate how cute this packaging is? It looks like a little clutch. I just want to carry around my Just Peachy Mattes palette with me 24/7. The first thing I'm going to do is prep my eyelids for the eyeshadow. This is Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. It is so good, from the drugstore, affordable. It helps smooth out your lids so that the application of your eyeshadow goes on a lot smoother, and it helps keep your eyeshadow on longer. So extends wear time, gives a nice smooth base. Really love this stuff. I'm just taking some on my fingertip and patting it all over my lid. There are 12 shades in this palette, and the first one we're going to go into is Peach Butter. So this first shadow we put down is going to really lock in that eyeshadow primer, and it's going to allow smoother application of these velvety eyeshadows. I really appreciate that this palette comes with two neutral, very pale shades. It comes with the Peach Meringue and the Peach Butter, and the Peach Meringue has more of a yellow tone to it, and then the Peach Butter is more of, I think, a neutral pinky tone. You can play around with yellows and pinks very easily, so I just super appreciate the thought in those two shadows. For the crease, we're going to go into Peach Cobbler. Just as a little background to this palette, it released as part of Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection, which they did with Sephora. It's exclusive to Sephora, but you can also get it on the Too Faced website as well. This guy retails for $45, which I think is a pretty good deal for the shadows that you're getting. If you have their Sweet Peach palette, that one does come with more shades. It's 18 shades and it's a few dollars more, but they're very different. This one's got just the mattes, that one's got the peachy shimmers, but it also has a few mattes in there. So very different, but both very beautiful. I like to just do a little blending in between each application of shadow, just to make sure that we're getting smooth edges right from the start. The palette itself does smell like peach, just like the Sweet Peach palette. They do smell a tiny bit different from each other, but I can't place the difference. The next shade I'm going into is Fresh Picked, and I'm taking it on another fluffier type of brush, and I'm placing that right above Peach Cobbler. The shade just warms up the crease, and I think gives more of that orangey autumn vibe without being too orange, and tying in really well with the purple. The purple that we're going to put on, which you can see on my other eye. Fresh Picked was definitely more pigmented than I was expecting, so keep that in mind. These are all pretty pigmented from what I've experienced so far, but that one took me by surprise because it was just a little bit brighter. I'm actually going to take the leftovers, what's left on the brush, pretty much to the brow bone. Not too much because we are going to put a different shade, but any extra you have on your brush, just sweep up there. And we're gonna go into Just Right. And these shadows, I guess, were infused with a comfort matte technology. So they're supposed to be super blendable, have a ton of color payoff. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to get this palette when I heard about it, because I do like matte eyeshadows, but they're not like my favorite thing in the world. But I'm really glad I did, because I think this is a perfect palette for summer and for fall, and for spring even. I feel like this is a pretty year-round palette. It just doesn't have a lot of cool tone to it. Putting this all over the lid and sweeping a tiny bit into the crease. I feel like it's been a while since I've done old grungy autumn look on my channel. And then we blend again before adding more to the crease, just to make it smokier and darker. So I'm just going back into Peach Cobbler to make sure that there isn't a gap between the two shades. we're going to take a flat brush and dip into Just Peachy. And we're going to place that on the area where we have the gap between the brow and the crease. I think some of you mentioned that you were going to get this palette too, so figured I'd give it a shot to do a tutorial. We're going to take some of that right in the inner corner as well. And a little more blending and blending. Now with the Morphe E18 brush, we're going to go into Peach Tart, which I find this one to be a little bit on the powdery side, so be cautious of kick up. We're just focusing that on the outer corner of the eye. And then we're going to bring some leftovers right into the crease. Leftovers, I like how I'm talking about it like it's dinner. But it is a palette that's based off of peaches, so maybe I've just got food on my mind. Going back into Peach Tart, the lower lash line. We're gonna grab Just Right, put it in the middle, and we're grabbing Peach Cobbler, putting it under both of those. Then putting Fresh Picked right here. As a final touch before mascara, I'm going to put on some Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Brownie. This is something that you don't have to do. If you don't want to use an eyeliner, you can certainly use an eyeshadow brush and use Peach Tart or Chocolate Dip, depending on which brown you prefer from the palette. But today I wanted to use Brownie because I think this warm-toned eyeliner just works really well. I'm also putting it on my waterline. I'm just taking a flat brush and smudging it out. I almost forgot something. We are taking some peach butter and putting that over where we put Just Peachy, in the inner corner, on the upper and lower lash line, and under the brow. Now we're curling the eyelashes. We're applying some CoverGirl Total Tease mascara. And here is the final eyeshadow look. I hope you enjoyed this eyeshadow tutorial using the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I thoroughly enjoy how my eyes look right now, ready for the fall makeup trend. Let me know your thoughts on this palette in the comments down below, and until next time, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. And a very similar brush. Noisy. There is a dog barking outside that is driving me crazy. Today we're gonna dive... Before we jump into the tutorial. Very quick, I'm gonna have so many bloopers for this video.